All right. Do this before you drink to reduce the poison in your body. Alcohol is poison. It is ethanol. Ethanol is very, very, very bad for you. It's not something that you would normally drink, but people do. It's very normalized. And instead of resisting that, we're going to work with it because people are still going to do it. People are still going to drink because they want to. So here's how you can be the healthiest possible while drinking. No hangovers, no sickness, no grogginess, no absolutely completely destroying your body for 3 to 5 days because yes, it lasts that long, the effects are that long even if you don't feel it. When you drink, do these things to save you. So first, I'm going to talk a little bit about how it harms you because it's important to actually know what it is doing so that way you can combat that. So first, it literally thins your brain matter. It shuts down neural circuits. It harms your impulse control and decision making a lot and your memory as well. And not only just while you're drinking, but after. It will just cause those things long term or maybe permanently. But you can reverse anything that's permanent. Nothing's permanent. Ethanol inside your body becomes worse than it is when it's outside your body because of the gut and the microbiome that it's in. And when it's in your body, it becomes even more toxic than it is outside your body. It also creates a hormone imbalance between your testosterone and estrogen in both men and women. So hormone imbalance, not good. System's not going to work all the way how they're supposed to. It creates lasting changes to your stress response and your cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. And it basically raises your cortisol baseline. So you're going to be more stressed in general unless you're drinking. You're going to need the drinks to lower it down. That's why so many people would be like, wow, that was stressful. I need a drink, But whereas me, I go through something really stressful and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't need a drink. But it's because some people's cortisol is just generally higher because of how much they drink or because of the drinks they do have. It's higher, so then they need a drink to lower it. So very not good. Nervous system regulation is the number one thing for healing, and a higher cortisol baseline is going to completely destroy that. So, excuse me, each drink a day can also increase cancer, especially breast cancer, by up to or around 13%. Every drink a day can do that. Alcohol is a great cleaner. There's a lot of alcohol in cleaning products. It also does that to your gut. When you drink it, it's gonna completely clean your gut, and your gut breaks things down with all the bacteria that it has and all the good bacteria. So it's killing all of the good bacteria. So your gut isn't working how it's supposed to, and especially with alcohol, especially with poison. When you put poison in your body's gonna work to get that away. But alcohol kills the poison, kills the gut. The alcohol kills the bacteria that's killing the poison. So you can't do anything about it. And another huge thing is sleep. Even a single drink can completely ruin your sleep cycles. It'll convert restorative, good deep sleep into pseudo sleep, which is basically where you're not awake, but you're not sleeping. You're not getting any of the benefits from sleeping, right? You're sleeping, but you're not getting any benefits from sleeping because it's just fake sleep. And alcohol completely ruins your deep sleep cycles, which is where you actually get the energy and the healing and the restorative benefits from it. So even one drink can completely throw off your deep healing, which is what's going to heal you from all this damage and all this poison you're putting in your body. So sleep is the number one, the biggest thing there is to hangovers and really feeling like garbage after you drink. It's because the sleep is not there. So we'll go through this in 4 sections. Early on in the day, right before drinking, while drinking, and the morning after. What can you do in those 4 stages to prime yourself to be the healthiest you can possibly be? So that way that when you do decide to have a drink, or have a lot of drinks, probably a lot of people do, you are going to be at your peak. The alcohol is going to affect you at its least. You're going to be the healthiest. You're going to be able to recover the fastest. You're going to be the best through poisoning yourself. So start of the day, drink tons of water. like 1 to 2 gallons of mineralized or spring water. 1 to 2 gallons. You really, really want to make sure that you're going to hydrate yourself, because alcohol dehydrates you like crazy. It is insane. That's the number 2 reason to hangovers and it taking everything away from you. Because when you are dehydrated, your body doesn't have the liquid to do things. So you need water. Your body will shut down from dehydration if you do not drink 1 to 2 gallons of water leading up to drinking. Next, for earlier in the day, is gut healthy foods. You want to prime your gut. You want your gut to be at its strongest with all that good bacteria, because the alcohol kills that good bacteria. So if your gut is at its strongest, some of that good bacteria is going to survive, and your gut is going to be doing much, much better if you prime it to do better. So things like sauerkraut, raw milk, Greek yogurt, healthy, low sugar kombuchas. Some kombuchas are just like a marketing thing. They're not that great for you unless you find the right ones with low sugars. And other live ingredients are going to be super, super good for your health, for your gut health, I mean. Next is natural sugars like fruits, organic fruits, and honey are going to be super, super good, because first it helps your metabolism, and just you want good sugars in you because that's how your body runs, you know. But you want good sugars. You don't want fake sugars, obviously. Next, tons of sunlight will help your circadian rhythm, and although you'll probably be up late, you'll probably be in a blue light setting. Having your circadian rhythm as set as possible is going to help you when you finally do go to sleep. Now, it'll make a very minimal change, because you're still completely destroying your sleep cycles with alcohol and blue light and staying up late anyways, but this will help a little bit. And also, don't drink in blue light if you don't have to. You're probably going to be up later if you're drinking. That's just typically how it goes. But don't do it in a blue light setting. If you're in your house or with a buddy's house, turn all the lights off and like have candles or have incandescent light bulbs like I've got here. I've got my one kitchen light on, which is bright for lighting for the video. But otherwise, all the other lights in here are incandescent lights. So they're very safe. Or light candles, or wear blue light blockers, red lensed glasses. I have some over there. I'm not going to grab them right now, but I get EMR Tech, and I think they work wonderfully, and I've had them for about a month, and I use them almost every single evening just to help save that circadian rhythm. So if you get a pair of red lensed glasses while drinking, first, you're going to be stylish, and drunk people are going to think you're cool as shit because you got red glasses. So first, it's just really cool, but also that's going to save your health so much. So even if you can like save your circadian rhythm a little bit, that's going to make a difference. It's going to make enough of a difference. That little thing will add up. And then eat a protein heavy meal before drinking. Eat a protein heavy meal with good, healthy, carb heavy dinner. It should be literally 2 to 3 ingredients, 1 protein, 1, maybe 2 carbs, and maybe salt and pepper, but you don't need it, and you probably don't need seasonings because it's just extra. Because if you're only having 2 to 3 ingredients and it's a very heavy protein and a very good, healthy kind of carb, that's going to be super, super good for your gut, because it's going to know what it's breaking down. It's knowing what it's digesting. It's very simple. When you're having like a bowl with a bunch of different ingredients and a bunch of different seasonings and seasoning blends and this and this and this and this, and a little ingredient of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and you get a meal with like 10, 15, 20 ingredients, and packaged foods and foods from restaurants are in the 50s and hundreds of ingredients. But if you only have 2 to 3 ingredients, when you're chewing your food, it sends signals to your brain, which sends signals to your gut, saying like, hey, we're going to prepare to break down steak right now. That's 1 ingredient. That's just beef. That's 1 thing. And then if you have 1 other ingredient or 2 other ingredients that are just good, healthy carbs, it's going to be extremely easy for your gut to break that down. So first, it's not going to be working overload. It's going to be able to break that down very, very healthily. And also, you're going to have the proteins, which are very, very good for you, because the proteins are good for metabolism, and proteins are just good in general for protein synthesis and healing and everything. And then carbs are going to help keep you nourished while drinking. So protein and carb heavy meal should only be 2 to 3 ingredients before drinking. Now, right before drinking is the supplement stack. Now, this is really what's going to make a huge difference right before. So I'm going to say 30 minutes to an hour before drinking, do these things. Now, I've got a little lineup here. First thing is coconut oil, glass, organic, virgin coconut oil. Take 1 to 2 tablespoons of this, or you can just take a couple of fingers full. Coconut oil is gonna, oh, it smells so good, I just got a whiff of it. Coconut oil is gonna line your gut when you have it. So basically the lining around your gut is gonna protect a lot of the bacteria in there. And also when you drink the alcohol, it's gonna take less alcohol to get more drunk. So the less alcohol you drink, the better, right? If you're going out to drink and you only have half a drink or you have 1 drink, that's obviously gonna be so much better than having 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9. Like some people have 12, 15 drinks, right? That's so awful for you because the more you drink, the more poison you're putting in your body, right? That just makes sense. But if it takes less alcohol to get more drunk, you're drinking less alcohol, you're drinking less poison. So coconut oil is huge, it's huge for that. Next is 1 to 2 cups of bone broth. Get beef bone broth. I kind of messed up and got chicken bone broth. It's not bad, but beef bone broth is so much better. 1 to 2 of that. Don't heat it up if possible, but if you really can't stand it, then it's fine to heat it up. 1 to 2 cups of that is also extremely good for your gut. It's really, really going to help prime it. And like you can heal almost any gut issue with bone broth. It's pretty close to that simple. 1 to 2 cups of bone broth, 30 minutes to an hour before drinking. Next, and I have all these here to prove that I actually use these things. I'm not just talking. Like I use this and I have done this. I haven't drank in like 4 or 5 months, but I did this last time I drank and I did not get hungover. And I was good energy the next day. And I was fine. So I've only had to do this once just because I don't drink. And now I have all this information, but I do this. And when I plan on drinking next, I don't know when that'll be because I'm pretty against it. Because you don't need it. I just don't need it. I feel pretty good. But when I do it next, I'm going to follow this exact video, and I'm probably going to show my friends this video. But anyways, next. First, coconut oil. Next, a cup or 2 of bone broth. Third, beef liver. Now, this stuff is powerful. Beef liver, this is bison liver, even better. Just taking a whiff of that just raised my testosterone. That's crazy. This stuff is just insanely good. Make sure grass-fed and finished. Beef liver is going to be super good. You could take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pills of this, whatever. Or obviously the raw, real beef liver is going to be so much better for you too, or bison liver or venison. Any liver really is going to be super, 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 super good for you because eating other liver heals your liver. And everybody knows like the number one most common thing with drinking alcohol that people know hurts you is it harms your liver. Eating liver heals your liver. So any liver that you can eat or take is supplemented in a pill is going to be very, very good. I'd take like 4 or 5 of these. Next, magnesium. I have magnesium glycinate because the glycinate is a compound that helps you sleep a little better, and especially with alcohol. I take this every single night, but I would take maybe 2 or I'd probably take 2 of these. I take 1 every night normally, but I'd probably take 2 right before drinking because that's going to help make your sleep even better, and magnesium is just a very, very, very good thing to have in your body at all times. Almost everyone's probably lacking magnesium, and they could just use more of it. So magnesium's almost never going to do you wrong. Last sip of coffee. Last, methylene blue. This one's controversial. I think there was a ground in my coffee. That's nice. Methylene blue helps your metabolism, helps your cells, which your cells are the base of what it is. If your cells are replicating and reproducing faster, you're going to heal the poison cells faster. So I would take a full dropper of this. If you take it often, maybe 2 full droppers. I'll take some right now. I haven't taken some in a few days. I don't usually take this every day. Blue tongue. Methylene blue is good. And then right before drinking, even more water. Water is always going to be good. It's never going to do you wrong. But it is actually doing me wrong right now because I really got to take a piss. So I'm going to pause this quick. Boom. All right, I'm back. So everything I just went through, the 5 supplements plus water are going to be very, very good for you 30 to 60 minutes before drinking. Do all of that right before drinking, right before. Now, while drinking, these are going to be, they might be a little tough to remember. If you're drinking, you're having fun, you're very, very distracted. You have very, very little attention span, very little focus. But these things are pretty simple. And you're not going to be able to do all of them. You're probably not going to be able to do everything on this whole entire list, but you could do a lot of it, and every little thing will add up. So do as much as you can. But while drinking, the healthiest things to drink, 2 things really came to mind. 100% agave tequila, because that's like the most real, least processed form of alcohol you can get, is 100% agave tequila. Now, there's something important to say here. Don Julio and Casamigos, 2 very, very popular tequilas, like very, very popular, were just recently sued, like within weeks ago, for containing high amounts of non-agave in their tequila when they are both advertised as 100% agave. So do not buy Don Julio or Casamigos tequila because they are both fake and they were lying to people for years. So I have not found anything to recommend yet because I don't drink, so I will find something when I want to drink next time. But don't get those 2. Do your own research. But 100% agave tequila is going to be the best. Also, red wines with no added sugars. That's a big one. No added sugars. Should be a very short ingredient list. Red wines. Red wine has antioxidants, which that's why they say like, oh, a glass of red wine every night is good for you. It's because of the antioxidants, which it's not actually good for you because there's thousands of ways to get antioxidants without also drinking alcohol. But that's just kind of alcohol culture being like, yeah, you can have a glass of red wine, you know, and being like fun and cute and stuff. But that's why they say you can, which you can, and it has antioxidants, and I'm sure it's not going to kill you. But like I said, with the ways that alcohol harms you at the beginning of the video, all those things will add up. So, but anyways, if you're doing it once in a while and you're priming yourself with everything in this list, 100% agave tequila and red wine with no added sugars are going to be the 2 healthiest, best things you can drink. Now, keep in mind, there is no healthy drinking. You're just not going to be healthy while putting poison in your body, but you can always choose healthier options. So, dog got into something. All right, second distraction of the video. There we go. New record. But yeah, there is no healthy option while drinking, but you can choose the healthiest options, and you can also choose options to 100% avoid, do not drink under any circumstance. Pretty much anything in a can or a bottle. If it's in a can or a bottle, you probably do not want it because ingredients list, you don't want a long ingredients list, and a lot of these things do. A lot of these things have a lot of preservatives, a lot of fake sugars, a lot of carbs, whatever. Anything carbonated, because carbonation itself is acidic, and that will make a pH imbalance in your gut. So when you have something acidic, the pH in your gut is not going to be the same, and it's not going to be as efficient as it could be. So anything carbonated, also anything sugary. The more sugar that you have, the worse your hangovers are going to be and the harder it's going to be to cure. Do not have anything sugary. And that also goes along with don't have anything carbonated or in a can, because a lot of these like seltzery drinks are absolutely awful for you. And it's also avoiding carbonation and sugar is really, 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 really going to help with bloating and just feeling gross, because I mean, that's what it is. It's sugar and carbonation. It's just like pop. Don't drink pop. Don't mix alcohol with pop or soda. Whatever you say. It's really, really, really not good for you. You do not want to mix an alcohol poison with pop and high sugars and fructose corn syrup and all these fake things. You don't want to mix 2 bad fake things. So don't drink pop. And also, beer. Don't drink beer. Very high in carbs, very carbonated, very, very fake. So avoid anything in a can, anything carbonated, anything sugary, and beer, and anything in very, very high sugars, even if it's not in a can or even if it's not carbonated. A lot will have added sugars just to make it taste better, to make it a little more addicting. So watch out for those things. Also, stick to one form of alcohol while drinking. Say, I'm going to choose this, and this is the only thing I'm going to drink all night. Don't switch it up. Don't have a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Because like I said with the gut earlier, your brain is sending signals to your gut on what is going to it. So it's preparing it. And if you're having only one alcohol, your gut's going to be primed. It's going to be used to it. It's going to be like, hey, I know what I'm digesting all night long. But you switch up your drinks, it's really, really going to confuse it. And mixing alcohols just is not a good idea anyways. Second, take sips. Don't chug or take shots. You do not want to. This, I know it's fun sometimes and some people like this, but that's really not going to be good for you because you're just overloading your gut, especially if you're taking a lot of shots back to back or having an entire drink in 20 seconds. You know, it's really, really not good for your gut. And you will bloat if you do this, and you will have issues. Your gut will have issues getting that through your system. Drink a 1-to-1 water to alcohol ratio while drinking. You don't want to chug the water either. You want to sip it or drink it normally. So 1 glass of water to 1 alcohol. I say 1 alcohol because 1 glass of wine equals 1 shot equals 1 beer equals 1 mixed drink, whatever it is. 1 glass of water to alcohol, 1-to-1 ratio. That's going to keep, it's not going to keep you hydrated, but it's going to keep you from getting dehydrated. Don't snack on low quality foods while drinking, or gross, like pizza is it goes along with alcohol very, very good, or salty, chippy, like chips or candy or whatever. Don't have low quality snacks because that's just gonna, first, it confuses your gut even more. And alcohol and things, fake foods don't mix well. So you don't want that. Snack on high quality snacks and foods, or don't snack at all because you had such a good dinner. Also, every hour or two, take another scoop or two of coconut oil right here, just to keep your gut lining good, just to make sure it's just a little extra layer of protection. So the morning after is very important, and the morning after, not like the afternoon after, not the late evening after, right? Wake up in the morning if you can. You don't have to wake up at 7 or 8, but just try to wake up before noon. You don't want to sleep in crazy because that's going to keep messing up your circadian rhythm, and you're not going to heal throughout the day or in your next sleep or in the next day. So wake up earlier if possible, which it is possible. First, don't complain or don't bitch about or don't feel low energy about your hangovers, right? Remember that you chose that, and there's nothing wrong with choosing that. It's just like, hey, I chose this and I know that this is how I'm going to feel now. This is how I'm feeling, and I'm going to deal with it. This is how I'm going to do this, right? Don't like fall victim to it and be like, oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. You know, you fall victim to it, it's controlling you. You are controlling it. You are controlling your hangover. So wake up and chug water, half a gallon of mineralized or spring water as soon as you wake up. You are very dehydrated from the alcohol, so you need to replenish that. And you're also very dehydrated because you haven't drank any water in the last few hours that you slept. So drink a half gallon or more of mineralized or spring water. Take more beef liver. It's going to be very, very good just to make sure your liver is healing. Get in the sunlight with as much bare skin as possible, shirtless, just in your underwear if you can, whatever. Get as much sunlight because the sun is extremely, extremely, extremely detoxing, and it gives you energy. You're lacking a lot of energy because you got garbage sleep and your circadian rhythm is completely thrown off. So you want to detox in the sun, and you want to completely set your circadian rhythm back on track. This is the number one thing, is getting sunlight the day after, the morning after, for as long as the day is possible. Next, do a cold plunge for grogginess, headaches, brain fog, whatever it is. Cold plunges will fix this. I am certain they will fix this. A 3 to 5 minute cold plunge in cold water. But it's got to be actually cold. You can't like baby out and make it just kind of cold. Cold water, 3 to 5 minutes. or a cold shower for about the same amount of time, 3 to 5 minutes, directly on your head, on your back of the shoulders. That will clear anything, any kind of brain fog or headache or whatever it may be, or grogginess. That will clear it. And you're gonna think about it and you're like, I really don't want a cold shower. But you're gonna be in a cold shower, maybe slightly uncomfortable for 3 to 5 minutes, and then the rest of your day you're gonna be better. Or you're gonna be groggy and feel gross and have a headache for the rest of your day and maybe a little bit of tomorrow. So take the cold plunge. You must do it. Another thing, peppermint essential oil. On your forehead, you do it on your chin, you could do it here, a little bit on your nose, on your wrists if you want. That's really gonna help clear your respiratory system and just keep you breathing very good, because you're probably very, very congested because you're trying to get toxins out of your body because there's so much poison in you, and your body wants to get that stuff out. So peppermint oil will be great for just clearing up. I would not recommend like hangover cure drinks because usually they're very, very sugary. You could find something herbal maybe, if it's just like herbal and water or some kind of tea type thing. But typically hangover cures are very, very sugary. And what I'm giving you with this whole routine and whole protocol, you're probably not gonna need a hangover cure drink anyways. And lastly, drink 1 to 3 cups of plain black coffee. Don't add sugar. You don't need to add sugar. You can maybe add a little bit of cream, but you don't need sugar and flavorings and syrups and all that garbage in it. Like, people need to stop having dessert for breakfast and calling it coffee. But 1 to 3 cups of black coffee with a little bit of coconut oil in it, bump the mic, 90 to 120 minutes after waking up. Don't do it immediately. You might want it, you might feel like it, but wait an hour and a half to 2 hours to drink it so your circadian rhythm can set properly. And in that time, you can be in the sun, you can be doing your cold shower. So you have things to fill your time. So now, that is how you are going to be at your healthiest, at your peak, like your number one for drinking alcohol. If you're gonna do it, do all these things and you will see the least amount of harmful effects, and you'll still get to drink, you'll still get to do your thing, do whatever, but this will make you feel great while doing it, because alcohol strips your energy and your mood and your frequency and everything. It is not good for you, but you do these things, it's not going to be as bad, so you can still enjoy it if you want to. Now I talk a lot about how alcohol is bad, and I don't like it. I'm not a supporter of it, but I'm going to help people because I know people are going to do it. So because I have this information, just because I don't support drinking doesn't mean I'm going to like not help the people who are going to choose to drink, right? These things will really, 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 really help. But I talk a lot about how alcohol is bad, but don't hate yourself because it's literally been around for thousands of years. And actually, there's a lot of wild animals and stuff who go out and find like these compounds and stuff to get like their escape or whatever. It's similar to how humans do alcohol. Like elephants eat highly fermented plants, and that will get them like noticeably intoxicated. Or jaguars in the Amazon rainforest chew on plants or vine that contains a little bit of DMT. And robin birds will get like literally drunk off fermented berries and stuff. And it's more than just those 3 animals. Those are just examples that I found. But all creatures like have found escapes throughout history, throughout their past, even now, just being natural. So finding an escape every now and then is not a horrible thing, but just be very, 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 very conscious of what you are doing. Like, where are you going to be? Who are you going to be with? What are you drinking? Where are you? Why are you drinking? That's a big thing. Like, why are you doing the thing that is going to harm you? Do it for a good purpose. Even if it's going to harm you, do it for a good purpose. Find a good purpose. Don't just do it to find a quick escape because you don't need that. So do it very consciously and protect your health while doing it. Make sure you are protecting your health. And if you follow what's in this video, you will protect your health. So it's that simple. Now what I would do is write down for the 4 sections, write down the day of, right before, while drinking, and morning after, and put down the bullet points of the protocols. And then you take a picture on your phone, and you can send that to all your friends. If you know there's a party this weekend, be like, hey guys, I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend. Here's this that I found so we can be healthier while doing it, right? This will make such a big, huge difference for your health. Now, this isn't a pass to go drink all the time because, oh, I'm going to be healthy, right? It's still very, very much harming you. You're still very poisoning yourself. But this is going to make it not as bad as I've stated 100,000 times. So, have fun. Be very safe. And I'm glad you now have the tools to be the safest you can be while drinking. That's what I got for you.